This is Inspector Gordon from the Major Crime Squad.
We've met the inspector before, Mrs. Reynolds.
Unfortunately.
Nice to see you both again.
Especially in here, Inspector.
The same Miss Beecham, I see. Well, I hope you can learn to trust me because I've got something important to put to you.
Trust you, Ron? Oh, why shouldn't we?
I suppose you've read in the papers that the National Art Gallery is about to exhibit a European collection of priceless artefacts and paintings.
I'm afraid not. Our cultural life's been somewhat curtailed these past 2 years.
That's enough, Beecham. Let the inspector finish.
I'm sorry.
We've been told by Interpol that an attempt will be made to steal one of the most priceless items in this collection. The thief planning the job's American. He's well known to Interpol and to us here in Australia. His name's Chuck Cooper.
Chuck Cooper? He did that Canberra job in '81. A beautiful job, inspiration to everyone in the business.
Yes, well, he won't get away with it a second time. He's in the country, and our network tells us he's recruiting a team of Australian experts to do the job with him.
Well, it's very interesting, Inspector. But what's it got to do with us?
You're both on the short list.
That's flattering, but we're hardly available.
You've both got the reputations and the connections. You would get the job if you were available.
What are you trying to say, Inspector?
If you'll both agree to help me catch this villain, I'll make sure that you will be available.
Nothing's for nothing in this world, Inspector. What's in it for us?
Free pardons?
Well, when do we have to decide?
Now.
All right, ladies. I'll be outside. Let me know when you've made a decision.
Oh, Lord, why did this have to happen tonight? I mean, how can I be expected to sing the laughing aria with all this happening? I don't even have an accompanist anymore.
Willie, we're talking about our future. Please try and concentrate.
Yes, you're right, for once. Oh, May, can we trust him?
I don't know. I think we can trust Mrs. Reynolds, but... Willie, we'd be working for the police.
My poor father would turn in his grave.
I wish you hadn't said that. I mean, if we do work for them, we'll be lagging, and all our old mates out there will say we can't be trusted.
But we wouldn't be lagging on them. And besides, that American person shot some of our friends last time he was here. They'd give us a standing ovation.
Lagging is lagging. It doesn't matter who you lag on.
But he's a foreigner. He'd make everyone out here look quite silly if he pulls off this job. Oh, May, think of the pardon.
It is tempting, isn't it? I've been thinking of it, but... No, we can't do it.
Why?
Well, Gordon said Cooper was recruiting his whole team here, didn't he? Well, that means we'll be lagging on our mates. And if we could learn to live with that, what about when the underworld finds out? At best, we'd be ostracised, and at worst...
eliminated.
So I'm afraid it doesn't matter how much it hurts, we've got to say no.
May, sit down. Now, let's go over this all again, just to be sure.
Oh, put your head back, will you? You're going to look as though you're wearing a bloody mask.
Oh, Lexi.
Don't fiddle with that hair.
Oh, Lexi.
Can't you keep still for a second?
Oh, bugger!
Chucky.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you're still really uptight, aren't you?
Well, it's all right for you. You're pretty and vivacious.
No reason to call me names, eh?
Oh, shut up.
Oh, come on, Chook, what are you carrying on about? You see me in the morning without my face on, so it's not really what you got, it's what you do with it. So come on, let me put some powder on.
No powder.
But I've got to set the foundation so it holds during the contest.
Yeah, it's just the smell. It reminds me of me mum. She used to wear powder all the time. Do you mind if we don't?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
No, sir, they're still waiting for them to make up their minds. Well, yes, but to them it's just plain lagging. I'll phone you straight away.
More tea?
I've been told to keep well away from Mrs. Reynolds. All that caffeine.
How silly of me. I can offer you a whiskey.
Well, since I knocked off 15 minutes ago, why not?
The answer's that important to you?
I'm afraid it is. Well, those two in his team were home and hosed. Without them, he slipped through my fingers once before, and it's not going to happen again. Too dangerous. He's the brains behind a network of hitmen, art thieves and thugs. We land him, and the rest will destroy each other.
And perhaps May and Willie as well. When I first heard your plan, Inspector, I was worried for their safety. Now I know more. I am very worried.
Mrs. Reynolds, believe me, their safety will be my prime concern. I promise you, every precaution will be taken.
Hey, those two back from the governor's office yet?
Oh, no.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just a tip. Yeah, well, at least it can't be about the book, eh? Otherwise, we'd both be in there by now. And maybe it was just a death in the family.
Oh, get off of there. You're sitting on me boa.
Oh, excuse me. Hey, you scrubbed up all right.
Oh, gee, Tar.
I would never have believed it. You've got eyes.
There's no need to act so surprised. Anyway, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is just for me number. Wait till we get to the beauty quest.
Yeah. Just hope the judges agree with you.
Oh, is everything going to plan? Looks like Chook's out of it.
Yeah, it was a pity about that.
Yeah, well, what about Lexi? She's still full of herself.
Oh, I wouldn't worry if I were you. I mean, anything could happen, couldn't it? You just stick to being beautiful.
Oh,
Someone ran like a chook with that head. Have to do a chooky, that one, eh? Oh, jeez.
Ladies, you amaze me. You just haven't thought this through at all.
Believe me, Inspector, we have.
it was a no-win situation for us, anyway.
That's right, alive on the inside or dead on the outside.
May, Inspector Gordon would never put you in a position like that.
Certainly not. For this job to work, absolutely no one must know you're working for the police.
Come on, a caper this size is bound to be a leak somewhere.
I assure you that apart from me, only Mrs. Reynolds, Mrs. Morris, and the best undercover man I've got will know the full story.
And Inspector Gordon's assured me that this man would follow you and keep as close to you as possible at all times.
That's right. Any sign of trouble, he'll be there. He'll get you out. Doesn't the pardon tempt you?
Well, of course it does.
Yes, well, that was my next question. You, the governor, and Mrs. Morris can't grant a pardon, so...
When Chuck Cooper's extradited, the story will be told in confidence to the Attorney General and you will have your pardon.
Mrs. Morris and I are witnesses to that promise.
All right, Governor, you've talked us into it. When do we start?
Tomorrow be all right?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing